Good morning. Good morning, everybody. You can see things look a little bit different here on our Facebook Live. We have a special guest. If you haven't met Margaret before, this is Margaret Willigham of Eye of the Beholder Designs, and she does amazing, amazing quilt patterns. So we're going to talk about that a little bit this morning and talk about an upcoming class. If you were around this last spring, we had her as a special guest at our open house, and then she did a few follow-up classes, and we have one more class coming up that you can take advantage of. So I'm going to let Margaret go ahead and talk about what that class is going to be.
Well, welcome. I'm so glad to be here with you all. I love everything with reverse applique, and I came up with some methods that make reverse applique easier, so therefore more fun to do.
Definitely.
And the hand method and the machine method, and this class is going to ultimately focus on the machine process. But the really fun part about this class is about creating your own mini medallion. And
wow.
We're going to look at different ways of folding paper, if you remember making snowflakes as a kid. So we're going to start with that, but instead of just like making a snowflake, I've come up with many different ways of folding paper that you can then cut, and sometimes you refold and cut again, and you can just come up with some amazing kind of interesting designs. And I've used this method to sometimes get out of my own way when I'm designing. So, this is one that I folded and cut, and I just call, I've given arbitrary names to my fold, but this is called a straight fold, is what I came up with. And this is what I came up with as a cut.
Wow.
This is one design that I'm going to then show you. And then when you open it up, see if I can open it up without ripping it. So we'll just follow it through a little bit. And we're going to take time. So, obviously, I've been doing this a while, so this can get a little bit more elaborate, but we're going to play with it so you have time to create more than one. And you might like a certain idea that you play with, but it's not quite right, so you get a chance to do it again. So this is what it kind of looks like opened up.
Wow, that's really intricate.
So it's really intricate. And then I put it into fusible, and it became this.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Doing it as a mini medallion. And then the other part that we're going to talk about is ways that you can enlarge your design, either going to a copy shop or if you have programs like Electric Quilt 8, and we're just going to talk about different ways that you can do it. And then I developed that design into one of my new medallion designs called North Star. And I'm going to stand up and see if I can get far away from my camera. So it looks like this. I'm sorry, I have to do it in my office today. I've been traveling and I don't have everything set up in my studio. So we're just going to have to make do a little bit.
Wow, that is beautiful.
This medallion coming out of that little design as a way to start.
That is gorgeous.
Isn't that fun?
Well, what I love about it too is that you are going to come away from this class making something that nobody else has.
Absolutely. It will be totally yours.
Totally your own.
Creation. You're in charge of how big you want to make it, how little you want to make it, how complex, how simple. You can start one way, but then you have the tools with the different ways of folding that you can explore on your own of different ways of making your own patterns, making your own designs. A medallion can then be a piece all on its own. You can turn it into a pillow. You can do it in the middle of the quilt and then build a quilt around it. You can just have simple blocks going around it. Or you can play with different sizes of that same block. Do a big one in the middle and smaller ones as corner posts. The design possibilities are endless once you've created that basic design. So much fun that you can have from that. Donna has a couple in her shop that I started with small designs.
Yeah, I have those. I can show them. These ones wanted to kiss. So here's a little more simple one. So it doesn't have to be as complex.
Right.
To kind of get your feet wet. then you're a little bit more complex here. That's beautiful.
And that one I took into Majesty, which you have the big piece of done by machine.
Yes.
And I
Let's
got
see.
the hand one hanging behind me.
Oh, yeah. I think it's this one.
That's one. Yep, that's it. Look at that. So again, it's just size and then playing with fabric.
And this you actually, I can look on the back. You actually did this one by machine.
I did that one by machine.
Okay, so let me ask you, if nobody has taken a class from you before, and this is their very first time, are they still going to learn the applique techniques, the hand and the
Absolutely.
machine? Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
this
why
is
we have-
really an all-inclusive, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, people.
That's
You
why
do
it's
not
a
want to
2-day
miss this class. Yeah.
Yeah, because we want to have lots of time to be able to design, and then to decide what it is you want to turn into fabric, and then we'll have time to then turn it into fabric and look at our machine technique and
Okay.
stitching through the layers. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's why it's kind of like a day and a half class.
Excellent, excellent. So the dates for that class is July
July
16th is the first day, and that I believe is a Thursday,
It's a Thursday, 10 until 4.
10 to 4. So that's your all-day class where you're really
That's
going to
all
be
day.
designing. You're going to
Yep.
learn this technique, this little cute
Yep.
little snowflake technique to make beautiful designs. And then the follow-up class will be
The 23rd.
the 23rd, and
Later.
that's going to be actually making the top, making the piece.
Turning it into a piece.
Turning it into a
the
quilt.
afternoon. So
Oh, my.
It's like 1 to 1:30, something like that, Donna.
Okay.
And goes until 5:30. So
Okay,
it's an
so in the afternoon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I hope that gave you guys a little bit more information and a little wet your whistle for wanting to join in, jump in, and get in on our class. So there's plenty of time to sign up. We have a few spots open. So I really hope that you will join us. And Margaret, thank you so much for getting up this morning and doing this with us. And
Oh, my pleasure. My
and
pleasure.
yeah, we look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks.
Awesome.
Okay.
See you there, and I hope everyone joins us. It's so much fun.
Yes.
We're gonna have a blast.
So
I
much
love
fun.
seeing
All
what
right.
students create.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Margaret.